Let's go, boys.
No motherfucker. 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 No motherfucker.
Let's go, boys.
No motherfucker. 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 No motherfucker.
Let's go, boys.
No motherfucker. 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 No motherfucker.
Let's go, boys.
No motherfucker. 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 No motherfucker.
Let's go, boys.
No motherfucker. 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 No motherfucker.
Tonight, I wanna feel alone tonight. I wanna feel alone tonight.
gonna get you, gonna make you fall in love with me. You want more? Yeah, but you never had a better way. I do it all. I'm gonna get you, gonna make you fall in love with me. You want more? Yeah, but you never had a better way. I do it all.
All right, we are back for another night of exciting GOTN action. Tonight I'm joined by the wonderful Telly. How's it going, buddy?
I'm doing great, buddy. How you doing?
Living the dream. Living the dream. This should be a fun one. We got the Bricked Up boys playing Brad Squad, which I haven't seen much of.
We actually got to play him a couple days ago. It was actually it was on this set of maps, so I think it'll be interesting. I think the big kind of wild card here, as I'm sure you know, is going to be Train.
Yep.
You know, I know Bricked has played these other two maps a ton, but Train, one of those maps in the pool that some of these teams can think about stealing off others.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a sort of a wild card map right now. Last night we got to see, who was that, Apes versus Goons, and Train was an interesting one. Apes was a team that really just went A almost every round, and Goons went B every round, and it was kind of an interesting way. So I don't think really anybody knows really a real set game plan for it, but But I don't mind the map. How do you feel about it?
I don't mind the map. I would say it's probably not anybody's favorite, but I think it's cool that when you go to the 9-map pool, you get to see what some of these other maps are made of, you know?
Yeah.
I think the funniest part about Train, and even funnier for us being shotties, is like I feel like, as you said, the map's not figured out. You still see kind of smokes everywhere too, which is the funny part.
Yeah.
So I think until it's played more, you know, it'll continue to be different.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, lots of people figuring out the set smokes. Where do you even smoke? I mean, I think you and I sort of had the same idea of where we smoked on offense and defense. But then we saw Woody yesterday smoking like that mid connector by the tank.
Yep.
So you sort of see it. So that'll be fun. Breakout will be fun. It's not Bricked's favorite map. They don't mind it, and obviously Bricked playing with Triple tonight. So that's another sort of wrinkle in the game there. But let's quick little roster rundown. That's Superman, Miller, Everest, Chav, and who is their fifth?
You said Superman. So Superman,
Yeah.
Everest, Kevlar, Chuck, and Superman. Oh,
Okay.
the fifth. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect player. Who's their shotgun?
Oh, Kooks.
What? Kooks.
Jeez.
Oh my god. Yeah. Lost it. All right, so we get a little pistol bash, and then obviously everybody knows the Bricked Boys. So I mean, I think if you look at just pedigree of the teams, you'd assume probably a clean sweep 3-0. But with Brick not playing with their full lineup and online matches really being all over the place, we'll see.
I mean, a lot of the matches have been all over the place recently.
Yep.
It's been it's been fun to
Chaos.
watch. I agree with you though. Bricked perfect so far. We see them off the back of a 3-0 last night. So we'll see. We'll see. I know you said triples in. Polo played last night. That's his one appearance for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, he's gone.
So
Allies eliminated. Axis win.
Yeah. So they did seem to really play that pretty serious, the pistol bash rats.
I
So
know.
but I mean, they need every advantage they can get. So, yeah, it is interesting because we played rats very early on, where it pretty much almost right after LAN when we first formed. We played them like 3 or 4 weeks in a row, and then they just haven't played them since. So it'll be interesting to see how they're moving. I know I've talked to Kevlar. There's some growing pains. It's they've had some rough results, but I definitely think they're a team that as they come into their own are going to be pretty good.
Yeah, 100%. I think on the Brick side, you know, especially on this map, I'm looking towards Joe, one shot on the shoddy.
Yep.
And I think on the Rat side, you know, this is a map where Chuck and his 44 can make a difference.
Oof, nice shot early from Everest. Taking out Milo. That's huge because Milo is an absolute rat with that scope. 30 Sherman, no fear, peeking a scope across the map with a grand. A little bit slower of a play here out of Brick than we see some teams. Not really taking that mid control, not taking TLS or Mare. They're just sort of sitting back and just saying, hey, but I mean, if it comes down to aim duels, we're going to win.
Yeah, not much going on in the first 40 seconds. Having played Bricked a lot on this map, they're generally a fast team, but you know, sometimes the meta can change round around.
Yep. Yeah, and losing Milo early, I think, is probably something you slow down a bit.
Yep.
All right, so we do get a smoke out. One shot, toggles, thrown in the smoke like we do. Oh, nice shot on a dog, takes Kooks out of the picture, shotgun down. You get up here. One shot, hunts Miller down. Triple able to get the bomb down, which is huge. Because Dirty's in a great spot. Ooh, Triple a little too aggro. One shot does hear this guy coming around the corner. Ooh, the range, but only 26 damage. I don't think he's going to expect Kevin to be so slow. Might catch him out. Ooh, maybe not. Ooh, does catch out Dirty. 1-on-1. This, well, I'm sort of falling apart for Bricked.
Brick get the bomb down, and it becomes a really tense situation here.
Yeah. Oh. Fortunately, Kev spent a lot of time getting into position, so really doesn't have time to fake it. Joe is not going to allow that to go down.
Allies win.
Not going to allow it to happen. I mean, I think didn't give himself quite enough time there at the end. Obviously, it's a tough situation trying to make it through a couple of Brick members as the last member standing, but round one over to Bricked.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, one sec. I gotta fix something. I forgot to. There we are. Jump double and then live. All right, there we go. A little set nade there out of Miller. Another early little exchange there, and they lost Milo. or lost Dirty German and One Shot. One Shot having a 3K last round, so see what they can do. But they just really send Triple in to plant the bomb. That's his job here, right?
That's his job, and he gets it done. 3 versus 3 with the bomb down. This is one that you expect Brick to hold on here.
Absolutely. Fending off Miller, but can't fend off Everest. But this is such a tough plant spot. I mean, they can just sit back here. Oh! Coops is one down.
Right next to each other.
One tag. Oh!
Wow.
Doug cannot delay long enough, and I think that, yep, Coops has it.
That's a big one. I mean, definitely don't expect the last 2 players to be there, and especially with the man with the shotgun. I mean, maybe the only way he could have won that.
Yeah. And that, I mean, and they were stacked up, which generally isn't a bad idea, because then you can trade, but when it's a shotgun, it's rough, because Doug just could not get away. The boomstick was coming.
Couldn't get away. I know you and Mikey have been doing a lot together over the last
Yes.
couple days. I know you guys also had a match recently that,
Yes.
that might have involved these teams. I mean, what do you kind of expect as kind of the how the night's gonna go?
Yeah, I think Rats are going to keep it respectable. Like last night, we saw a really tight match on this, 13-11 it finished for Goons. Yeah. I think this is probably closer to a 13-8. They'll keep it respectable, but I think they're just gonna struggle to clutch rounds out. I think Kooks is really gonna have to go off. Kev is gonna have to go off. You got, I think it was Everest scoping, so that's a tough one. He's new on that spot, so I really do feel like we're gonna see a clean sweep out of Bricked Up.
I tend to agree. We'll see though. Every round so far has been close. Another 3 versus 3 with a bomb down, but you know, Doug and Dirty just take over. Dirty with a 4K.
Oof. And that's scary because you know you got to deal with Doug. You know you got to deal with Milo in one shot. But when Dirty starts popping off, they're really, really hard to beat.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, you've played with them. You've played with them all. Yep. I mean, Dirty just brings another element to the game, right? He's not your he's not your standard player. He likes to switch it up, and he can use every weapon. So it really gives Bricks a lot of looks. Yeah,
and that's the really unique thing about them, right? They don't really play the typical simple roles. Everybody does everything. You might see Dirty on a scope. You might see Milo on a scope. Doug. So shit, I even seen one shot on a scope. So
yeah,
it's they're sort of all over the place. So you can never really, oh, I killed him, he must have the shot. No, maybe Doug has it this round. So it's kind of a cool setup. It's really something interesting.
Yeah, but four rounds and 4 bomb plans for Bricked.
Yep.
You know, that's gonna tend to favor well for you. 3v3
absolutely.
again.
Doug, give me info. I don't think Everest saw him. Oop, he did there. Milo's alive. This is such a hard retake when the bomb's planted there. I think Dirty German's just in ruins. Oh, that's extremely frustrating. You're rotating and a dude's just still sitting back there waiting for you.
Axis eliminated.
Milo with the headshot. 3-1. We'll take a little quick check of the scoreboard. Dirty's a 5-2. One shot has not gotten a kill since that first round, but doing his job. The smokes aren't landed on the roof, and sometimes that's all that matters for a shotgun, right?
Listen, we'll take all we can get.
Yep.
You know, look, Bricked is so far dictating the pace of the play. We'll see. Planted every round. We're going to need to get some kills early if we're Rat.
Absolutely. At one shot, I think, passing like ships in the night, skipping Kooks, who might actually kill Doug. Yeah. And I'm sure Doug was not happy about that, but Dirty German just doesn't give a fuck and takes the site himself.
Yeah. I mean, Dirty has put his imprint on the game so far. 7-2, leading the way. Another bomb plant for Bricked.
Absolutely. One shot running down Kev. Everest sort of stuck here in TLS Alley. It's not looking good, and he gets run down. So that's 3 rounds on the bounce they've lost. I don't know if I'm taking a timeout yet. Maybe next round if we lose this one. Or I'd like to see a change of pace. Maybe throw some aggression in, or just a different look, because that default setup just really isn't working.
Yeah, I totally agree. You can't afford to go down too many rounds on defense, but so far it's a good start.
Yeah. Perfect, and that's the aggression I was looking for. Kooks just runs into TLS and pumps 2 people. The nade kill obviously helps, but all of a sudden it's a 5-on-2, and it's still a minute and a half left in the round.
Yeah, it's huge, and I mean, we've seen it plenty of times in the past. Kooks is one of those shotties that once you get him going, it's a hard one to stop.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what is your preference? Do you like taking that TLS on defense and sort of sitting there? Are you more of a roaming kind of guy? You like to float around mid, do whatever? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I generally do like to take TLS. I do think this map, there's a couple ways where you can't really go wrong, as Superman makes it a 4v1 and DG gets tagged. But yeah, Kooks with that 3K, I think, you know, the nice thing about having TLS is that it feels like you have a lot of map control.
Yep.
But, you know, you do see every so often teams just give it up and kind of play around that. So neither way is really wrong, but yeah, Kooks made the difference getting into TLS there.
Absolutely. That was exactly what we were looking for.
Yeah.
Dirty gets a lot of info. Unfortunately, he just gets outranged. Good read from Doug, but there's the aggression again. Milo does make it pay a bit, but Everest able to trade, and all of a sudden it's a 2-on-3.
It's been chaos this round. If you're Rat, you need some of these close rounds to start going your way. This is a big one.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is such a frustrating position. You with a shotgun, when you get in a good spot and then you just don't have the range to do anything about it, and then you're fucking stuck. I equate it to like maybe dark on Burgundy, or if you get into mid taco on Tujane and you're just like, well, now I'm stuck. I got a great spot, and when you try to move, you get shot.
Exactly, and a lot of it predicates, as you know, on having teammates up as the shotgun, you know, in other good positions. Because, yeah, I don't have enough hands to count how many times I've been stuck in Mayor with great position, but can't do much.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there's a guy top TLS. Well, I might as well just throw my gun at him.
That's about as much damage as you'll do, but there's a second in a row for Rat.
Yep, and it's really predicated on the aggression, the change of pace. Great seeing Kooks pop off and run people down, and now he's got a grand. So that's the tough thing, is the aggression's working, but now he has a second gun, which is probably going to slow him down a bit and have him play back further, which is good and bad. They're already going down early though.
And we've been seeing Rat getting the early kills here these last couple rounds.
Oh, so unlucky. They walked into each other, and just Joe is the one that saw him.
Yeah, I think a couple nights ago, you and I did that a handful of times. Always
absolutely.
fun.
Yeah, just bumping into something. Oh, I didn't realize there was a tree here. Just absolutely destroyed by a bird nade.
It's funny, you know, you rightfully called them needing to think about a timeout when it's 4-1, but you know, they win that round 6, and look, it's a brand new game.
Absolutely. Gotta keep stringing the rounds together, getting a little confidence, which I think is big for a new team like Rats. But I don't see Brick getting rattled in any fashion in an online match to anyone.
No, totally agree. And even though they've lost the last couple, they've already got some presence on B here with two men up.
You know, we were only able to get one out of that chicken coop position. Makes it very difficult. And then Milo is... Yeah, Milo being an absolute demon top green. Kev saw him and just missed him.
Yeah, the same way that it sucks for us getting stuck in Mayor, it sucks when you're the lone A guy and the rest of your team's dead. This is going to be an insurmountable spot to come back from.
Absolutely. Yeah, we definitely land some scrims where I didn't shoddy and I played A. And the worst part was getting picked, finally get to A, and then my whole team's dead at B. And I'm like, okay,
All
awesome.
that hard work.
Yeah, finally found a way around it and just get absolutely destroyed. So, all right, little bounce back from Bricked, but that came off some early picks. Your Rats, you just got to survive those opening 25, 30 seconds. One shot chopping into mid, and Kooks reads it.
You kind of alluded to it earlier, but Kooks is kind of roaming, and he continues to make a big difference. He had a great round in TLS. Now he's got a great round defending B.
Well, and it allows this team to focus on other things and get into position and work the map and hold better angles when he's just sort of taken over that mid, and they don't have to worry about somebody running straight to Mayor or coming behind him. So that's huge.
And you know, it sounds silly, right? But the early kills are so important, and you say to yourself, well, yeah, obviously, but it does seem like, you know, when Rats are able to get that early pick, these rounds are really starting to fall their way pretty easily.
Yeah, they're being patient. They're not over peaking. Oh, nice shot on a triple. 3 on 2.
Triple's gonna be that X factor, right? You know, you know, they mix a lot of play with Triple and Polo whenever he can get on. So it's really crucial for someone like Triple to come in, and as DG goes for the bash, this round is falling apart for Rat.
Yeah, exactly. As we said, they've been playing around smart and not getting picked, and they do exactly the opposite there. DG is able to get this down. I think this is a really smart plant spot. Oh, but he pops his head off and he gets absolutely ripped off by Miller. Good patience out of the two. They had a good crossfire. He couldn't move. Way to salvage that round.
It was a little worry. It was getting a little worrisome going from a 5v2 to a 2v2. But you know what? At the end, all that counts is getting that round. And you know, DG didn't leave himself much time. It was a little bit of the way that the round played out. Not that it's on him, but it was always going to be a tough 1v2 from that car.
No, absolutely, especially with the shotgun getting 2 early kills. It quickly becomes, and especially with the smoke still up, you know, people are always worried, okay, where's the shotgun? Is he pushed through the smoke? Is he in our ruins? Is he behind us? They're consistently starting to worry about that now. Ooh, Doug catching a nade. Can't be happy about that at 4 and 8.
And again, this round is, the early picks have gone to Rat. Let's see. Triple's in an interesting spot here, though. Triple's behind them.
Yeah, if he gets one, should have got the second if he had, well, I don't even know. And it was interesting because Kev was so late to A that they were able to just walk up. But in him being late, he caught out one shot because they just assumed no one was there, and now he's in a great spot. So it actually ended up working in their favor. It did get one of his players.
It's a little unfortunate he has to stand there, but yeah, I couldn't get the second one.
Lance stand, he might get that kill. And they close out another one. 6 rounds. I think 7-5 and Rats can be happy. If you're bricked 5 rounds on offense, you're fine with that. I think this is a pretty even map, but I do see it being more defensive. Ooh, another great nade, one-shot catches. And Kev gets a second kill. 30 German rage quit.
Yeah, this is going to be another close round, right? We're seeing a lot of 3v3s, 3v2s. It's down to a 2v2.
Yep. And Kev loves this back ruins area. He's got his teammate in top blue. Let's take a look. Who is that? That's Everest. Oop, but they know he's there. Just got to worry about triple. Oh, Kev just missed triple. Oh, Everest saw his head, but missed Milo. Going for the little foot tap. I don't think he's ready for Milo to sneak up on him.
No, he's been fighting for his life up there, top blue. Both of the brick players have been right next to him the whole time, and somehow there's been no bloodshed.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was really worried when Triple pushed through the back of Blue. Kev was going to get him, but Triple gets Kev. But Milo goes down, misses the no-scope. Oh, he makes noise there. That is a rough mistake.
Oh, he saw him.
Sees it,
He saw him.
but he sees him. He's not on the bomb. So it's a decent angle.
Axis eliminated.
Oof. Got a little hairy there when he decided not to aim, but got the kill.
That's a really big round out of Triple. I mean, that
Yep.
clutch, it's not always you think, the early rounds are that important, but wow. I mean, even a 6-6 versus a 7-5 psychologically, even as the quote unquote favorite here is a big difference going on in German.
Absolutely. A quick little scoreboard rundown. Everest playing really well at 13-7. We mentioned Kooks popping off Triple currently, I think, top fragging, which is probably not something they're used to.
And this is going to be a little interesting. Dirty with the emergency, and I don't think Polo's around, so I think Richter just going to go ahead and
Play 4.
let it rip. Yeah.
Well, that is a rough one.
So, all right, that changes things a little bit, but let's say it makes it interesting, right? How often, we don't see too many 4v5 matches.
No.
And it's funny enough, like it's really not funny, but it might actually play a huge difference here. I mean,
Yeah.
especially if you think long-term standings in this group.
Yeah, losing maps that you really shouldn't, just because of other stuff. That's rough. But Dog now in a 1-on-3. And if you're Rats, you really you gotta focus on just not losing, right?
Allies
Just
win.
don't give this up. Don't lose 5v4. But if a team can win down a player, it would be bricked. But unfortunately, they're playing with a backup and down a player, so the odds are tough.
The odds are tough, but you said it. If it's any team, it's the 2x, right? And
Yep,
they start off this round, and it's even.
absolutely. Good nade on a Triple. Milo gets another pick.
Yeah, so if you think about the setup on defense now, right? What are you giving up now that you're down to 4? How do you adjust defensively?
Yeah, I think you give up a lot. You do what Milo's doing here and sort of give them part of the bomb and play from deeper positions. I think you still hold the bomb sites from Blue and Red, but I think you just play deeper and you got to play safer. Right? You gotta have clean nades. You got to get kills. Ooh, one shot saw him though. So there's the call. Milo knows he's there. Ooh, nice little angle from Miller there though.
They know where each other are. Oh,
Joe misses the bolt and then re-peeks and misses.
Allies win.
That is rough.
and
That's a huge round out of Miller.
and now, I mean, we could harp on it forever, but in the situation that they're in, those close rounds, they're going to need every single one if you're bricked.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially 2-1 up. You don't expect them to lose rounds like that.
No. Interesting angle from Everest that I just saw there.
Yeah.
I'm not a scope,
I like
but
that.
I don't know if I've
Yeah.
seen that one yet.
No. Triple going down to a nade, and that is one thing that Bricked cannot do, is die to nades early. Miller.
Yeah, especially now, right? I mean,
Yep.
this is gonna be one that it's gonna be tough to come back from.
Miller not going for the bash. No mental warfare. I respect it. I respect just getting the kill and not waiting for Doug to flick around and kill you while you go to bash him.
I respect it. Every kill matters, and I know we watched early on Berg, Zexy going for the bash on Shell, the game that you
Yep.
casted, and
Yep.
that's the danger, right?
Yep. Ooh, one shot, missing another one.
Axis
Very
eliminated.
uncharacteristic of Joe there,
Allies
missing
win.
some open shots the past couple rounds. That's another round on the board for Rats, 9-6.
9-6. I mean, we've said it. We said it earlier in the first half, but Kooks was an impact player. Now we see Everest up on 15 as well. Those two carrying the torch.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see if Triple can stay alive, because that's key now. You're down a man. You got to play like Dirty's just getting killed early round every round. So
exactly, he's getting naded early. The nades are just on fire.
Yeah. Oof. Doug gets run down. Triple gets taken out, and it's all down to one shot Milo. Ooh, nice little nade out of Joe. Milo goes down. That was another angle that was interesting.
Axis eliminated. Allies
It's
win.
taken down. It seems to just be a little bit too much for Bricked. And you're right. I've played with all these guys. It is an interesting environment. It's not always the most positive of environments to play in. So I do really wonder what sort of mental mind frame that they're in. Are they just chalking it up, saying whatever, it's an online game, we don't really care? Or are Doug and Mark yelling slurs at each other?
Yeah, exactly right. It's either one or the other. There's no in between. But yeah, I mean, probably, you know, if there's any advice to give, it would be to just try to keep it as loose as possible, right? I mean, what can you do at this point?
Yep.
But, you know, as we say that, it's much easier said than done when these rounds are just going heavily in favor of the offense.
Absolutely.
Axis eliminated.
Oof.
Allies win.
So this sort of brings up an interesting topic with them. Next Friday we have the Panther decision that I am being forced into streaming. So I mean, there is a realm in which he goes back to Bricked, and that becomes an interesting setup. Yeah, it would. I'd hate to see it because I like the Brick Boys, and you really don't want to sully a team like that. But it would be interesting throwing Panther into that mix of characters.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you think about it logically, right, it makes a ton of sense. You know, you could say the need is there. They're not only that, they have the history together. I mean, all stars kind of align, no?
Yeah. And the other thing is just because where else does he fit, right? Ooh.
Yeah.
Mark saw the prone out. Yeah, we don't know what happened to Dirty. I think he just had to go. I don't think it was his internet. I think he just had to go. Something came up.
Yeah. They said emergency in the game chat, and Polo is not here, so nothing they can do.
Yeah. If only they had Cap. Only Cap was still around.
Cap, the most legendary seventh man in GOTN history. Man, what a throwback. But yeah, he would come in super clutch right now.
Absolutely. Struggling. Map point.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of sad to see. You know, I mean, it's funny enough. It's gonna be big for a lot of people involved, right? These are all gonna matter. So, I think at the end of the day, they just got to try their best.
Absolutely. And if you're Rats, they've had some tough results to start the season. Maybe this is a bit of a turning point. Yeah, there's an asterisk. They're playing 4v5, whatever. But just having that win under your belt, and especially a team like Rats that may be fighting for a playoff spot late season, this win may be a deciding factor.
Exactly, and I mean, I think that's why it's so big, right? Is you can envision how tight this middle of the group is going to be, right? Especially with some of the results so far, and with this one just adding to it, that's exactly like kind of where my head's at, right? It seems inconsequential. It's very early, but it could be quite consequential.
Absolutely. So let's see how Burgundy goes. Yeah, that I think Train becomes very, very difficult. Defending all those angles with 4 people is going to be very tough. I think weirdly This map may not, on offense it won't be too bad. On defense, you got to be really, really good. I think offense is probably the easier option with 4 players, but yeah, this is not looking great for them.
Yeah, everything kind of becomes amplified. It's like
Yeah.
it's like you're just assuming that you're down, man. Someone got naded, right? And
Yeah.
you know how frustrating it is when you know, when that happens early to you or anybody on your team, right? It really just dictates how much the round is going to change when that happens, and that's essentially going to be happening here every round, which is not fun.
No, absolutely not. And I mean, like, if you sit back and think about it, even the legendary Panther 2 and 14, he got 2 kills. So that, or 1 and 14, I think it was 1 and 14. 1 kill is still more than Dirty's going to get them. So we will see. I will say I did ring for Bricked a month or 2 ago, and I was not all there. And I think I may have dropped a 0 on 2 Jane, and they still won the scrim. So if anyone can play 4v5, it's Bricked.
Axis eliminated.
That screenshot has surfaced. I believe you did have 1, so don't
Okay.
sell yourself short.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, sometimes when you're pound the mix, you know, sometimes that'll happen to you. I don't know.
It does. It was one of those things where I went out on a Thursday night. I was asked to ring by Triple, so I thought he was just playing with a bunch of idiots, and we were just gonna have some fun. And it ended up being a Bricked janitor scrim. So to try to silver myself up, I took a nice little edible to really get me in the zone, and then I was in space.
Yes, and an edible will definitely help there.
Yeah. I was like, it can't make this worse, and it did.
Oh man.
Milo getting one though, but unfortunately, they are not able to hold the site. One shot walking through the smoke, one shot scoping, having a little fun with it.
You kind of accidentally brought it to fruition, right? You said sometimes you'll see him on the scope, and there it is.
Yep, exactly. And then you got the shotgun is on Triple. One shot. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard enough retaking with a full caliber roster, right? Retaking with 4,
Yeah.
not very fun.
No, absolutely not.
Allies win.
And that is such a hard spot.
The first
to
one's
take.
going to go to Rats. I mean,
Yep.
If you're in this locker room, Jeremy, right? I mean, what can you change on Berg? Is there anything you can change? Anything that you can do to give yourself a chance here?
I do. I think it's really might come down to just aggression and rushing together. You got to throw the old playbook out the window, if you will, and really just maybe run at him like a couple of psychopaths, headless chickens. Oof, Milo goes down even after getting into the site. Ooh, Doug, nice little smoke shot. Ooh, but he misses Kev. Okay, not the second time. But there's just one too many, and that's the thing that they're going to consistently run into is those times where you get 2 kills and you feel good. Now it's going to be amplified that there's definitely another player always, because you're already down a man and your teammates aren't getting those kills.
It's just everything, right? It's easier to be traded. There's less being watched for you, so it makes just getting any kill tough. And amplify all that together, and it's gonna be a long one.
Yep. So 2-0. Let's see if Brick tries some maybe coordinated aggression. And just to run down mid together, maybe a nice little short smoke, get up in their face.
So far, since the drop, Rat has not lost a round. They won 7 in a row on break, and then the first 2 here.
Yep. Which is, I mean, commendable. You got to think that at some point they lose maybe one of them just out of the quality of Bricked, but I think Burgundy's going to be really tough because they could just sit someone south and get 2 or 3 into the site, and you really just don't have to worry about as much.
Exactly, and it's just one less angle being watched, one less angle you have to worry about if you're on offense, and all that you're kind of seeing it play out right in front of our eyes.
Absolutely, and it's a 2v3. And what I'm kind of wondering, this is the second round they've sort of done this late in the round where they're playing real slow. I'm trying to figure out, is this a delay tactic to see if Dirty comes back, or are they just a meticulous, slow retake team? Because I would say Milo is definitely one of those players that will use the entire clock to get a clutch going. So I could definitely see that, but definitely hope for the delay.
Everett just has to stay down.
Yep.
He's going to take this one too. Milo's
Oh.
going to get the kill just a little too late. Nice shot, but the retake falls 2 seconds short.
Yeah, and that's a tough one because, yeah, I mean, bomb went down and there was, what, 5 or 10 seconds of them doing nothing?
Yeah, exactly.
So-
And I know naturally, man down is gonna slow you down naturally, having to clear more. But yeah, that's it's turning into a compounding issue.
Yep. See if they can get an early pick here and even it up.
I like what you said earlier, though. I mean, I do think at the very least they should try super aggro, and so far so good this round.
Yeah, 2 early picks.
Explosives planted.
We got a smoke on the roof. That's the first one for
Clutch.
our counter.
Yep. And that's interesting. That's really shallow. That didn't even land on the little roof. That bitch is on the main roof.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate for Kooks here and say hit the top little thing so it looks worse than it
Yeah,
was.
the little, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
The chimney. Yeah, not his fault. Blame the map. 3-on-2 now. Advantage bricked. Ooh, Milo catching him out. I think they know he's in here. Oh, Triple actually jumped by him. And there's the first round on the board for bricked.
Listen, psychologically, this could mean a lot. Just
Yep.
get one on the board and go from there.
Explosives diffused.
Yeah, and that's all you could do, eh? And it goes both ways, right? So bricked is, okay, we can get around, we can do this. And then on the other side, Rat Squad's like, we just lost to 4 people. What are we doing? And the doubt starts to creep in, right? They just gotta stay strong and keep with your game plan.
The mental aspect, so important, as you just mentioned, right? And little things do tend to kind of swerve you one way or the other.
Absolutely. And another early pick for Milo and Doug again. And it's a 4-on-3.
Explosives planted.
I do like the changeup. They added a little south pressure. They were getting some picks on the cross, and one shot getting a little aggro there. Kevin, that bottom spawn house, we got somebody in the wagon. No nades on the board, so we're not going to see a virgin nade into the lands in the wagon. Dog walks
Yeah,
in
but this
Kev's
is
bottom.
just another round where it just seems like they're eating up a lot of their own clock.
Yep. And honestly, what... Ooh, Kev gets run down. All of a sudden, it's a 2-on-1, but... Yeah, that's tough. Shoddy on shoddy violence.
Eliminated.
And Triple not being their normal shoddy loses that fight to Kooks. Nice
One of
little...
the few best feelings in this game, and there's that meme with the guy in the song. I know you know the one I'm
Yep.
talking about, but
Yep.
but being a shotgun in B while the bomb is down,
Yep.
oh, that's a great
it's-
feeling.
It is amazing. It is. Yep, here's the aggression from Triple. He's making way too much noise. Just dead fucking sprint at them south.
Well, it's gonna be easy to know where he is when that happens.
Yeah. And this is what I was saying. Milo gets into B, and then now his whole fucking team's dead, and they planted A. And that is one
Yeah.
of the most frustrating things on the planet. You fight to get into B, you finally get in there, and then your teammates run down south and die.
Yeah, the B bomb gives and the B bomb takes. We talked
Does.
about a great B bomb situation, and this is the polar opposite here.
Absolutely.
Nice shot from Milo, but he's got 2 more to go. 30 seconds.
Five. They're not
That's not
peeking.
going to give him much. They're not going to give him anything.
Nope. Nope. And that was a good peek by Everest, good kill. And honestly, a lot of teams, when they're smart, they see that cross and they just call the audible. Okay, they're into B, let them have B. We'll just go
Exactly, and it's kind of cool to see that kind of evolve as the meta, because
Yep.
you know, you rightly called it out, but you're starting to see that more and more now.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's an important read for newer teams. Burgundy doesn't have to be a ramming your dick into B every round. You can go A, you can go mid. There is another half of the map. Yes, it is not as easy. Yes, it is easy to get into B. B's better to hold, but a change of pace is important. Oh, Doug checks right, and Miller is just patient and prone.
Explosive
Yeah, I mean,
Hold on, the triple.
it's heartbreaking when not only are you down, but the 50-50s aren't going your way.
Yep.
He just looks around the corner the wrong way, and that round's over.
Absolutely.
6-1 so far. I mean, yep, they're on the easy side, but so far, smooth sailing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see if we can get some more aggression out of Bricked. Milo with a little set nade. There it is. 2 great nades, and now Bricked are going to go.
Look at him. 3 out mid-tank.
That's really unlucky. Milo's nade actually hit those 2, and now it's a 1-on-3 the other way, and they lose it. Milo threw a really late nade, got a team tag. Triple went down to an immediate headshot.
No, I do like it, though. They got those 2 nade kills, and 3 of them kind of run out tank there.
Yep.
Just unlucky. They get picked off by 2 from Kooks there.
Yep, absolutely. But I think that was Doug got all the way in the bottom NG before Kooks turned around and killed him. Triple smoking mid. Love to see that. I do that. Oh no, it made it through. I thought he hit the old tree and bounced back. That is one of my favorites.
Yep.
But it does
And
look like a good
Superman.
smoke. Yep.
Superman ends up opening this round right up, and just like that, 4v2.
Now, I don't think he's going to expect one shot to be Salt. His teammate definitely called it, though, after tagging him. And one shot's picked up the shotgun now. Ooh, triple. Really got to get this kill. Seen a lot more bar usage the past couple of weeks. Love to see that. Love the
more bar
variety.
usage. Shout out
Love
the bar buff. Shout out
Yeah.
the bar brand buff.
Absolutely. Miller did not expect that to be a shotgun. And now it's a 2-on-2.
And those 2 kind of ended up switching places there.
Yeah.
One shot gets the best of Chuck, but it doesn't really matter. It's the close round's still going to Rat here.
Yep. Triple just didn't expect the backtrack there from Miller, so that is a rough one. Ooh. Gets in again.
No scope here from Bricked.
Oh, Doug got absolutely destroyed. And then Doug detonated, and Marlo ran into it.
Not the dead nade, the dreaded dead nade.
To be a fly in that Discord after what Milo just called Doug. And what Doug said back. Oh, it could not be played on Twitch. We would get banned.
It would not be played on Twitch, but you might be able to see some of that action in the Call of Duty 2 Discord. Feel free to join. You'll see some good bans.
Yes, just absolute chaos. Today was one of those days where you just close the app and go touch some grass.
Oh man, Friday will do that to you sometimes.
Yeah, it will. It will. Nice peek there. Triple with little 3-on-1. 43 seconds, plenty of time. One in the sight, one out of the sight. Unfortunately, timing-wise, yep, great play by Superman with a little flankaroo.
been nothing but clinical out of Rat so far. And a timeout. I wonder if there's a chance. No.
One shot just saying F.
Yeah, F. Yeah. I was wondering if there was a chance that he was back, but no.
Yeah. Nope.
So 9-1 so far, 2 rounds to go. I mean, there isn't much that Brick hasn't tried yet. You know, your heart's got to go out to him, but they're going to need early kills.
Yeah, yeah, something that they... Oh, wow. One shot dying immediately. They've tried to sit back. Oh, there is Dirty. Dirty is back. Love to see it. Good for him. I hope everything's okay. Oh, what? Does Triple that? Does Triple got the old Panther headphones?
He either's got the Panther headphones or the music blaring too loud.
Explosives
Yeah.
planted.
But Dirty is back. This round is likely to go Rat's way. It'll be 10-1, but with them going to be going on to the offense after this last round,
Oh,
I don't want to say this could be interesting, but this could be interesting.
it absolutely will be. And they Brick have to get this round though. You can't be rolling an 11-1 half.
And it sounds ridiculous, but you're totally right. 10-2 is a world of a difference from 11-1 with the player coming back.
Yep, absolutely. Doug going down early. I think Doug's frustrated. I think we all know Doug gets frustrated rather easily. And the boys are falling apart even with 5 players. Oh, and Milo misses, and 11-1.
Yeah, it didn't matter much there. But look, at the end of the day, right, the cool thing about this format is that every map matters. Okay, sure, maybe you lose this one, you lost the first one, you got to take train. Just take train.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. And there's still a chance. I mean, this could get really tough if Brick knows what they're doing and they sort of enforce the play style.
You got to take it one round at a time. Another cliche. That's probably the 3rd one in the last 3 rounds. But seriously, one at a time. Let's see what happens.
Going down. Bombs down. They're in the site. Who's that? Yeah, you got one shot pushing out, getting aggro. Tev takes down Milo. Now, Triple. Oh, they passed. Did not see him. Tag. Second tag. Oh, we know that pain.
We know that pain. The double tag, I mean, all right, it was a little ambitious, but it's now down to a 1v1. What a shot.
Miller just not having it. One shot, changing it up, and that's something interesting. A lot of players actually may not peak there like Joe did.
Yep.
But sometimes just changing it up and being unpredictable is better than being passive and waiting the timeout. You just got to hit the shot.
100%, and the veterans of the community know Joe is capable of that quote-unquote off timing, and it's really good.
Everest with another sneaky angle there. He loves an off angle. With a shoddy down. Dirty coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah, Dirty coming back with a vengeance, making his presence felt, and he's also the bomb king, and look at that, a 3rd kill this round.
Yep.
Axis eliminated.
And that
Just
is
like that,
Guys win.
it's 11-3. I mean, we've already got some of it going on in the chat.
yeah, big
Big
comeback.
comeback question mark? Let's see.
Yep. And this is so tough because if you're Rats, all you gotta do is get one round, and you're on that point. Milo.
And being on that point, like psychologically, you know, is a big difference from 11.
Yeah. Oh, you got Triple going down to that nade. That's tough because you can't see because the smoke's there. Some great aggression though out of Rats, just running down mid. Unfortunately, Doug not having it. So they got one in the site and one bottom spawn house. But I don't think Doug knows that Superman is. Oh, he does. He did read. No?
Oh, I
Does
thought he
not
was gonna check it.
Oh. Unfortunately, he may get looped by Superman going through.
Oh my god.
Yeah, well, Doug might have overplayed himself. Oh, he just.
This
Did you
timing
just
is
see him?
unreal.
Oh, there it is. Catches one, and it works out for Doug because Superman went back to the doghouse. That shot goes out. They know where he is. Oh, Superman had the perfect play, but just one wrong decision.
Yeah, that was a huge kill from Doug. You know, going up 2 versus 1 now with the bomb down versus 1v2 the other way. Big difference.
Yep. Now let's see if Doug can adhere to his own rule. He cannot. You do not die to that window, and that is exactly what he did. But he got a 4K.
Now, does it
so-
count with the even if you're inside? Does that still count?
Yeah, you just don't die to that
Okay.
window. The bomb's down. Yeah, that's rule
You're just
number
not
one.
allowed.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So, nice little smoke there. Early
3-0
nade.
offense to start for Bricked.
Nope. Some really fast pace here out of Cougs. Already in their bottom. Okay, whoever's above him, yeah, absolutely had to hear that. Doug has the headphones on.
Yeah, good,
Ooh.
good to see. Doug's got the headphones on. 4v2 now for Bricked.
Unfortunately, Miller does. That was an amazing play. Poor Kev got cod slided into a nade. The cod slide. Just.
He heard him go tractor.
Oh,
Allies win.
But maybe he didn't. And just like that, that's 4-0 on offense for Bricked.
yep. And Dirty already 5-3.
I know you kind of hinted at the possibility, but you know, now that you see them winning the first 4 rounds, I mean, what do you think
Absolutely.
about this?
I think, honestly, I think Raps are on the ropes. They really just got to get something together. They've tried the aggro. Okay, now they're into B. They know they're into B, and this is where Brick just pauses. See if we can get a pick. They can't. Milo goes down. So that's scope off the board. But Dirty's making some headway here into mid. Triple with the world's slowest up down. Dirty gets caught out in mid there. And this could be their round.
It'd be their first round on defense. You said it. They had that good aggro round where they got early kills, couldn't close it out, but this time it looks like getting into B is doing the trick so far.
Absolutely. And it's just so hard to, with no nades, to weed people out of B. Ooh, triple goes down. All down to Doug and Joe. If 2 players could get a 2-on-5, it would be these two. But this is a really tough one in the position that they're in.
Yeah, and not only that, there's 2 nades on the board. Now all up to Doug.
Yeah, goes down.
Axis
So
win.
they at least save themselves overtime. So they're not losing in regulation. So let's see if Bricked can hang on and get us there.
Yeah, let's see. I wonder if they just do the same thing. I mean, getting into B worked.
They did not this round. And Doug's
Instead,
nade.
they get double naded.
Yep. Oh. And that's a read by Doug. Nice nade late nade from Milo. Oof, but Doug catches a lurk nade. It's all been nade kills. 4 people dead. Dirty with the first gun kill of the game. That's Doug reading that if they don't cross, they like to push mid quick. And he dropped a nade exactly where they're coming from.
Yep, that's just the experience showing there, and you know, all those nade kills early. Dirty once again, the bomb king. I mean,
Yep.
they're trying to do it.
Absolutely. One shot with some quick south aggression. Can you catch Miller out? He absolutely can. Dirty's in the bomb. But so is the shotgun. Oh, you can't. You can't lose that. Dirty doesn't, and he stays alive. We got a fake. Nice little spam. Now that he's got some backup in the form of Doug.
Explosive splatted!
3-on-3 retake, though. And the smoke's going... Oh, Dirty hits Everston full smoke.
Dirty comes back.
Absolute
He's a
demon.
menace right now.
And triple goes down, which is going to make this a lot tougher. Because now Doug's in a real tough position. Oop, Doug saw him. It's his dick in the dirt. Smart play. Doug sees him again. Kev playing real slow. Doug made noise.
Axis
Dirty
eliminated.
saves it with a 4K.
Allies win.
And that's
Dirty
just like you
making
were
up for
saying,
lost time here.
Yep, that is just pure experience. He knew where in the smoke to spam, where they would be peeking from. Dirty's just a smoke demon, and it just comes down to the thousands of hours he's had planned. Now we got Superman on a hefty push with Miller. There goes the shotgun. I don't think they're going to expect him to be this far up this quickly. Fortunately for them, the bomb's going down, so this is a complete retake.
Explosive splatted!
Dirty with his millionth plant so far this
Yep.
this match, and wasn't even here most of it.
Yep. Oh, Doug, just as he was going to shoot, gets taken out by Kev. Triple gets through retaliation, but Miller cleans him up.
Axis eliminated. Allies
A
win.
shot from Joe. Good smart play. 8-12.
And now is when you kind of start to feel it, right? I think if you're Rat, you really just try to do something to throw everything off, throw the timing off,
Yep.
try to throw Bricked off with something weird here.
Absolutely. Here comes that mid aggression again. 3 of them coming out mid tank already. Oh, Milo was not ready for it, but he hits the no scope. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Who is that? Miller in that weird corner. And he actually gets Dirty in the sight. Dirty's got to be frustrated with that one. And now it's all down to Superman. Milo knows exactly where he is.
Allies win.
And that was a good round. It just... They lost the aim duels.
Yeah, it didn't work, but ultimately, I like the thought, right? It was something that they needed to try. If you're Rat, you just need to win one of these 3. It could be off something stupid. It doesn't matter how you do it. You just need one.
Yep. Old set nade out of Dougie. One shot catching a nade, but that's Dirty German into the site. And it's so crucial to have someone like that that's just, you know, they're getting into the site. You don't have to worry about them going on a field trip, going wherever the fuck they want. They really just, he does what he's supposed to do, and it's crucial for good teams. Double kill. Fortunately, they're out. The last 3 are out of the site. But luckily for them, it's planted well.
Eliminated.
And you don't
Allies
have to
win.
be in the site to win the round.
Jeremy, it's 12-10. I mean,
Yep, it's
I mean,
getting-
the pressure is really mounting here. I really wonder. I wonder if they go to your advice from Breakout and maybe take a timeout.
Yep. Think this one through. And that's the tough part, is that you only needed one of the past 5 rounds, and you just can't get it. That's tough. Dirty goes down early, though. Doug evening the score there with one shot. Miller just surviving that nade.
Man, every little inch out, every little play, every play for space is so big right now.
Yep. And one shot just being a rat in the house. Taking Rat Squad's name. Ooh, pistol battle.
Axis eliminated.
The double bash
Oh,
probably
man.
not necessary, but
Oh man, look at those colors at the top. All red, all offense,
All efforts. And
straight to
Dirty's
all
back.
blue. Look
Yep.
at this.
Yep. Ooh, Superman trying to get in. Unfortunately, that was an interesting attempt to get in. But Miller got in. He's in the site. We're gonna have a
Okay,
little
so-
smoke face
okay.
off.
3v3 for all the marbles here.
Oh no, he just caught the ledge. But who's behind him? Who is that? One shot didn't hear him. And now you've got. Oh my god.
Oh.
So Kooks made noise, One Shot didn't hear him. And then Kooks, chasing One Shot down, runs into Tribble hiding in a corner. Oh, that was the round. If he gets that kill on One Shot, and this is a very, very different round because they already have Miller in the site.
Yeah, and you know how hard it is to get somebody out of a sight at B.
Yep.
We'll see though. The next kill could decide it.
Now Miller's really worried because really doesn't have a lot of help from Kev here. Yeah, and he just really got sandwiched. Kev's not ready for Milo. Goes down, and we're
Well
going
done.
overtime. 11-1
done.
half.
Oh
That
man,
is
it's got to
rough.
be so deflating.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't imagine, but you know, give credit to Dirty. He came right in and he made a world of a difference. I mean, he must have had. He
had
must have had
seven plants.
six or seven plans on top of 14 kills. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
often you see that, right? A lot of the times you kind of see the bomb planner dying a lot more, not
Yep.
able to kind of do too much else because he's giving his life up for the team. But Dirty doing it both ways.
Yeah, absolutely. And on the other side, I just saw that Superman with 6 plants. So he's putting in the work for his team. Oh, little change of pace here. Completely caught them off guard. But
I don't know why they
where's-
waited till overtime, but look at this.
Yeah. A Dirty German in the site. An absolute menace in that site. Milo gets a kill. Oh, I don't think he was ready for Superman to do that. All down to Milo. Catches Superman out. So now he's going to have one close to him and one flanking to spawn house.
And he heard
Ooh.
the guy close to him, so he knows where they both are.
Yep. Even push what rattling. Ooh, Kev going for the clip.
And honestly, it would have been one. I mean, say what you want, but now you're in overtime. Pretend it's 0-0, one round
Yep.
at a time.
Absolutely. And Milo really, he can't plant with their positioning. He does have to get these two 1v1s.
Oh, he saw him.
He just saw his feet. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Kev is playing passive. Yep. Big brain Milo split the difference. He knew where Kev was. He knew Kev, if Kev is moving, he's going south.
I love this.
And that guy's up top. I absolutely love it. And
He's
there it
gonna
is.
have
He
the fake too.
knows. Oh, he missed the shot.
Is eliminated.
It
No.
dies because of it.
Win.
Oh no.
Man, a little unlucky there, but
Yeah.
you could tell,
He played it
you know, mentally played it perfectly. Exactly. I mean, wow, that was almost a masterclass. But hey, look, you're up 1-0 now. Who
Yep.
cares? Who cares what happened? Just close this out.
They've already matched their total of the last half, so you gotta run with it. No early nade deaths from either side, which is something you love to see. Bug tagging somebody up, Dirty putting the bomb down. Feel like I could just record myself saying that and just play it at the old stream deck every time, because
Yep.
that is what happens. Bug got the shotgun down. They're to get into a better position. Much better position. Yeah. Triple and probably a less expected corner. Unfortunately, the range here. Good patience. Oh, he's going to get timings. But it doesn't matter. His teammates are holding it for him. Bricked clean round. Only losing one player.
Very clean, dirty, another plant. I mean, at this point, it's what? Death taxes and a dirty plant. All guaranteed to happen.
Absolutely. And Panther saying something stupid, and Tox having a bad take.
Yeah. Wow. That's a great list.
Yep. Again, here's the aggression. Ooh, Doug. Little rope-a-dope. Milo goes down. 30. The first time he didn't get into sight and plant, and he dies. Doug taking some back shots. Shrugs them off because he's used to it. Typical Friday night for Doug. Runs down Kev in the garage. Everest firing some shots. Doug just trying to get the fuck out of Dodge in 2 rounds for Rat Squad. That is
Oh man,
100% improvement on their last half.
I mean, you know, maybe they were saving the secret sauce for OT. No, but you know, Doug almost had a chance there if he got out of that garage area, but they don't let him out. And here we go, Rats to the easy side.
Yeah. Let's see what they have in store. Let's see how they play defense with 5 players, right? Because you fundamentally can do so much more. And there it is. Dirty German's already in dark.
Making a difference in and out. I mean, yeah, you said it.
Oh, Dirty. Just not worrying about anything. Mowing down his own teammate. Sometimes it's better to get Triple out of there. He could be a detriment to himself from time to time. So I get the play. And just a clean round out of Brit.
Yeah, super clean. Dirty killing everything, including his own team. We love to see it. The man is frag happy right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, killing everything on the board. And if you're Rats, you got to do everything you can to keep them out of B. Because I just don't think they're good enough to win the gunfight and duels it takes to take mid and A. I think you got to get in. And that's what they do. We got Hoops in there, which is the shotgun and Superman. And I want to know your take. My team yells at me every time I get into the B site with a shotgun. I should not be in there. I should be elsewhere. Are you allowed to roam, or you on a leash as well?
Yeah, no, definitely allowed to roam. I know you caught me with a couple of nades over by mid tank. Yeah. I think there are the 2 schools of thought, right? To be fair, shoddy in the site is very powerful, but it can do a lot of work bottom scope there or by garage.
Yep. And all of a sudden, 2 players left, 1 player left. And shotgun in the closet. Great position. Unfortunately, he did not cock that. There it is.
Oh man. I mean, I know it's universal across the shoddy community, but getting cucked by the cock, that's one of the toughest things.
It really is. It is. And that closet's a great spot for maybe a 1 or 2 kills, but when you don't have the support of someone watching con, you're really just stuck. You're so stuck, and you got to try to do something. And One Shot was just too smart for that. He knew.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you just can't look everywhere, right? And especially with a pump weapon, yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Absolutely. Superman going down early. That's a shotgun off the board with Coops going down. Little toggle. Oh, Kev getting MG'd by Milo. Yeah, Davey,
and
that
it looks
that
like Brick they're gonna do it.
The hitbox, I saw it as well. That is anti-lag. He shot way behind him, just took off his head. Yeah, in America, we believe in a thing called anti-lag, and it is a thing. Harity goes down, but so does Miller. Nice bash out of Everest on Doug. A shot onto Triple, but Milo not allowing it, and there it is. 11-1 comeback.
Brick did it. Brick did it. I mean, man, for all the talk we had about, how it's going to be big and each map is kind of so important in this format, they kind of took that to heart, didn't give up, and look at that comeback. Jeez.
Yep. Absolutely. And Miller with 5.5 hits. That has got to be frustrating.
Yeah, the 44s generally tend to get a little bit more, but that doesn't make it hurt any less.
No, absolutely. Yeah, when you see a shotgun with a yellow hits number, call for a welfare check on that man, because he will not be happy. Those are the games where I look up and I'm like, I've had 5 hits. I'm gonna go drink something, maybe bleach, take my emotional support toaster to the bathtub. But now we're on to train. Fun map. It's growing on me, and I'm with you. I think the more maps we can have in the pool, the better the game's going to be. I think obviously maps need some tweaks, some fixing. But I think the more we have, the more options, the better. Now everything's not perfect, but I mean, we've been playing the same maps for 20 years, so. How many times can you scrim 2 Jane in a person's lifetime? So seeing some new stuff, I like the map. I brought this up yesterday for the people that don't know. This map has a fun little panther Easter egg here in the bathroom. Yeah. Let me see. How do I? Is there a way to? I used to be able to just fly around. I forgot the button. Because I'd go over there, but I'll let you guys find it yourself. It is right behind the toilet there in the bathroom. It is wonderful. So
yeah, the Easter egg is great, like you said, alluding to the pool. Maps like this are going to add a little bit more variability, and I think if you were Rat coming into today, you were probably telling yourselves, look, let's do what we can on the other 2 maps, and let's take our chances on train. And here we are. It's going to end up being because of the wonky nature of today, it's going to end up being the decider.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm going to reconnect to make sure that this isn't just a glitch. Yep. I think I lost my map, but I don't think that there's a mini map for this map yet. So let me check that.
Yeah. I know Harry's in the chat. Harry would know best. Train BHG original mastermind. Does it have the map yet? The mini map yet?
No, it does not.
And yeah, I mean, we talked about it in the pregame, but we aren't even sure what we're gonna see. We don't know who's gonna smoke where. We don't know where people are gonna like to play, because a lot of that's still being figured out on this map, and that's one of the reasons you've seen potentially some of the results that you've seen in some of the other matches.
Absolutely, and it'll be interesting to see how much time Brick has put up in this map, because this is one of those maps where you really don't see it much in Pogs. You really gotta scrim it, and Brick really doesn't do that as much. But
yeah, shout out the Jacob Trump meme. I'm not playing Train Station. That's the Pug special. You're not gonna get this in a Pug.
No. Yeah, unless Raffle is a captain.
Well, if Raffle's a captain, anything goes.
Yeah, you're fucked anyway. You're in for chaos.
Funny enough, this could be a big pistol bash. I think they're really going to want to start German and kind of see if they can take the wind out of their sails.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, so Harold does say there's no mini map. He needs to make it. So he put his name in the map. He put a Panther Easter egg, but he can't make a couple lines. Love to
Yeah.
see that. I love to see how much hard work he puts in.
Shout out Harry. That I
Yeah.
think that part of the map is arguably the most important.
Yes. Yes. Yep. Especially this map, because I mean, obviously we have some EU people in here, some people that may not know the layout. So it will be interesting to see how that works out and how this plays. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There's a little float version of the map, so you can sort of see. It's very similar to the old one. Cut out some of the uselessness. You can't go so deep into spawn. Some changes to how the buildings fit. So you do see a lot of B presence. B becomes a pretty highly contested thing now, as it really wasn't. The original map, I didn't mind it, but being able to watch both sites from your spawn just really isn't great, right? I don't really like that. So
Jeremy, I know you guys kind of you had the bye the week before, and
Yep.
you kind of had a boot camp against goons, if
Yep.
I hear correctly. What's one tip or trick on this map that you guys kind of learned over that week?
You don't have to play it so fast. I think Doug and I talked about this yesterday when Goons were playing Apes. I think too many teams on offense immediately throw a smoke and they go to that bomb site. You can play picks. You can slow it down. It doesn't have to be so forced. And then it just really controlling that mid and that garage. So
Love that.
ooh, nice little roof there. You love to see that. Dirty in the middle of a gunfight and just catches a nade in the side of the head. Milo all alone,
Allies eliminated.
and that's where he will stay. He goes down. That was an interesting little A take. The smoke was a little deep and a little far left, so it didn't really cover enough. So we will see if that we can get that honed in. I don't know how much time One Shot has put in, how much time we've got on that. So
Yeah, exactly. I think this is going to be a map where we'll see over the course of these next few rounds what Bricked is able to do, and that'll kind of show, how much effort or lack thereof was put in, depending on what they're able to kind of show us.
Everett's just getting caught out. Much better round. Miller having to get active here. Nice shot out of Milo. And Milo just holding it down. Great sight. Caught the second guy. Great round out of Milo.
Huge. And I don't know your experience. I don't think I've played it enough to be able to say, but what do you consider this, like an 8-4 German side ish?
I think 7-5-8-4 defensive sided. I think a 6-6 you could argue isn't too bad either. I think it just slightly leans German, but not as far as some of the other maps, and I do love an even map. So Milo going down early.
Yeah, that's been one of the pushes, it seems. I know folks we're starting to lose favor in some of those heavily one-sided maps.
Absolutely. Because no one really wants to bash their head into trying to cross on Burgundy for 40 rounds. It's rough. So a little bit slower here out of Brick, which I like. A late smoke. Draw them out. And there goes the shotgun. So garage is now open. Dog tanking a nade. Right, that's such a tough peak. There's so many places he could be. Doug putting the bomb down. Dirty continuing his reign of terror. And it's just a 4K.
I was getting ready to say how I really liked the rat setup right there, and then Dirty just goes ahead and picks it apart almost
Yeah.
single-handedly.
Absolutely runs it over. And that's something that's really important for teams is controlling that mid tank there, that cut through. Because definitely the first couple scrims we played on this map, nobody watched it. And I was getting backdoored from garage. I was getting lapped around. It was an absolute nightmare. It's hard enough to play B with a shotgun with no range when you're worried about your back consistently, people rapping on your guy in B. So that is somewhere you definitely have to keep an eye on, because you can just creep through the smoke.
Yeah, exactly. And I think one thing that was interesting in playing against you guys is you guys did not like to go garage, and that
Nope.
makes a shotgun a little useless sometimes.
Yeah, and that really just comes down to my experience saying, hey,
Yeah.
leave him in there. He can't do anything. He can't kill us when we're planting the bomb. And get him out of there late. So it's definitely one of those sort of ways of thinking about the game, right? You clear the site in sections, and then the last section you have to worry about is that garage there, and leave them there.
What do you think about that Captain Miller spot where he just got the 2K from?
That was great. Love to see that. Triple at the other bomb site, but decides he does not value his life and sits on a nade. Wow. Yeah, that was an interesting one. Yeah. Love just hiding in the truck, mowing him down. Wow.
I love that. I don't think that's what I've seen yet, but I might
No.
be stealing that.
Yeah, no, that's a fun one. And what did we have? I think Loose threw a nade, a really interesting nade from these ruins here, in this little sort of blown out area next to the stairs, right to one shot's left there, and it landed top cafe. So we will be stealing that nade as well. So keep an eye out for that. So that's the fun thing is with new maps like this, people finding tricks and angles. And oof, Miller. Milo cleaning up some though, and there's just so much of the map you can control from top M1 there, and that is a tough spot to clear someone out of. But it is all down to him.
Mid one's huge, right? And I think I'm surprised here. Brick. It looked like they had that entire bomb site.
Allies eliminated.
Yep.
Axis win.
That's sometimes a false sense of security, right? Just you give them enough of the bomb site to where they feel comfortable, and then just pick them off.
Exactly, and Rat's been comfortable enough to show, you know, that they're okay just giving it up and nading, and the nades have been doing a good job.
Absolutely. So that's a mid smoke. Oh, that is a triple set nade on the Kev. Kev cannot be happy. Yep, just bypassing the shotgun. Great cover out of Dirty German. Not letting his teammate die while he plants the bomb, and that's Dirty protecting people that know how to play it.
That's the cover you love to see, you know.
Yeah.
Couldn't draw it up any better. If you're a planner, that's how you want it to look.
Absolutely, and that was a good round. Yeah, I like that out of one shot. A little bit different of a smoke there. He smoked a mid connector, which gave them garage, gave them that area, and then they were able to take B Street.
And we were kind of talking about it on break defense, right? Getting stuck in Mayor as the shoddy, but here on defense on train, you could kind of get that same feeling when your team dies around you and you just have a shotgun in garage on defense.
Yep, and peeking out that back door can certainly be death if they got somebody sitting green or in that courtyard. Little dead nade out of Dirty German. Milo takes a nade. Looks like a heavy A here. One shot able to trade Superman. Back and forth here. Milo got a nade kill. Now they have the site. Kev has to be patient, let Miller work. That is something also that working that flank and getting active is really important on defense. Ooh, nice shot out of Kev. Gets a second one onto onto one
Everyone's
shot.
saying nice shot in the chat. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
beautiful reload glitch, but Dirty playing smart, and that's definitely one of those things where you don't. The general school of thought is you don't peek when you're in a clutch like that, but if you're gonna peek, all of you peek, and that's what you did, because you with a bullet you can't shoot 3 people at once.
Exactly. If you're gonna peek all together, and you know he knew that the shot had rang off and picks up the easy kill. Another big
Yep,
one
and
from Dirty.
interesting angle here from Superman. He's watching that mid courtyard, but somebody could go to garage, and he wouldn't see them.
Yep.
So that is a tough spot. You do really have to get deep into that angle to stop them from coming garage.
Oh wow.
He prunes up the whole way just to catch a nade. Oh,
That's devastating. My heart goes out to Kooks right there.
Yeah.
You do everything right, and that happens too.
yep. You get naded in the middle of nowhere.
Explosives planted.
Oh, Doug dodging some nades. All down to Miller and Superman. Superman on a nice little flank. Oh, second Miller popped his head out, goes down. Doug not ready for it. Gets a kill. He's still really worried about someone being over there. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't realize everybody else is on the other side. Now,
Eliminated.
the interesting part there was if One Shot lost that battle, they're on the wrong side of the bomb for the plant.
And you know, even something as little as that could sometimes makes the difference, right? And
Yep.
I think we've seen Brick kind of favor that B bomb site, and they've kind of been all over it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, that's definitely something we learned playing with you guys is it's really important where you plant the bomb on that B site. A couple times
Yeah.
we planted it really kind of deep on the corner, and I think it was Will or somebody was almost able to defuse, protected because of the range of the defuse. So
Yep.
it is important where you put that down.
Yeah, it's those long arms, right? Sometimes they will get you in.
Nice shot from Dirty. Dirty sort of single-handedly taking A here. And that's also something Doug and I talked about yesterday on this map. Your A guy is gonna be on an island. He is gonna be sort of left alone. You need him to pop off. He needs to be a turret. He needs to stay alive. It's a crucial position. So, and it really,
Eliminated.
that's been the difference here is when that A guy goes down early, the round falls apart.
Yeah, they're just not able to retake, and this is, you know, definitely not the easiest map to retake. And we're kind of seeing what's happening here. Bombs going down, Brick is holding on.
Yep, absolutely. And it's fun because both bomb sites are so different, right? Because A is more closed in. There's a lot of corners and angles, places for people to hide, something similar to like a Burgundy that we just saw on B. But the B bomb site's wide open, and there's almost more angles to get peeked from. So it's a fun map. Nice nade there, sort of some payback out of Kooks with a nice little vert nade catching triple. The bomb
Kooks has a
does
chance
go
to make a
down.
play here. Oh,
Oh, that one hurts.
that one hurts. I mean, if he gets Joe there, if he gets one shot, it's a totally different round. He's kind of able to not only have that space, but he's able to zone a lot of the smoke and other places. And
Yep.
the big kill. It seems like the big kills are going to Brick when they matter.
Absolutely, and that's what you'd expect out of a two-time land champion. You really that makes the difference, right, between a really good team and just a good team.
Exactly. All those things add up, and you know they're up 7-3 on offense here.
Yep. Doug going down early though. One shot, top him, one very important spot.
Two men up for Rat here. You don't want to talk about must win this early, but they need this round.
Yep. And something I noticed on defense, a lot of your success revolves around your shotgun, and Kooks is on 2 and 8, and they've really been struggling. And I think it came down to what you talked about is you have to control that garage and not let them go B. But you have to really be in sync with your B player, right? You're the guy that has the range.
Yeah, 100%.
Guys
And
eliminated.
look at that. Just
Love
like
to see
that,
that
the
out of
last 3
Kev.
members go down. Look at Kev.
Popping off, hitting some good shots. Good for him. Yeah, he had his struggles last map, but really popping off. And love to see that. 7-4. And now, if Rats can get the 5th, they're feeling it has to be a bit better.
Definitely a bit better. The word I would use if they win this is hopeful.
Yes. Yep, absolutely. Miller goes down. Your shotty's off the board. Ooh. Kev spamming him through smoke.
It just looks like everyone got deleted, though.
Yeah. Yeah, now it's just him. And he's fighting that one guy in smoke. Oh, catches Milo close.
Eliminated.
Gets pistoled, though. 8-4. Yeah, that's a tough one.
You're out there spamming into smoke, fighting for your life, and your team gets deleted.
Yep.
Scary situation to be in. Good thing we're just playing a video game.
Absolutely, yeah. It's definitely finally hit that shot through the smoke. You're feeling good. You look up at the scoreboard and your whole team's gone, and it's now you versus 4. You're like, well, we'll see how they do on offense. I want to see how coordinated Rats are, because that's something, right? What do you look for in new teams? How well do they adjust to adversity? How well do they come together? Fortunately, Everest goes down early. Dirty German is scoping. So
Look at this,
more of
Jeremy.
what
We got
talked
Dirty on
about.
the scope, baby.
Love to see it. Dirty was a scope long ago, but not recently. It's actually some solid A take though out of Rats. A little bit of chaos.
I don't
There
know
was
how
our
he's
first
alive.
roof smoke. Yeah, just ran down the middle of the street like a psychopath. But yeah, our
Yeah,
first roof smoke
Out
there.
of roof smoke.
Yeah. Well, at least you know they won't be on the roof. I mean, if you're playing someone like Brisk, you really got to worry about that. It may actually be a plan to smoke the roof, because that's where he's going to be.
Explosives planted.
I'm going to add that one to the good old playbook.
Yep.
If you're playing against Apes, you might want the roof smoke.
You may need it. All right. All down to Superman and Kev. Kev's been playing really well. Gets a kill on triple. Superman with a late nade. Oh my. If that... Oh, it hurts Doug, but not enough. It's a tough spot. Oh, he shot the dead body. Oh no, Kev. And it was a 90. Good kill. Doug knows he has to run him down. And he went. Does he get it? Yeah, he absolutely has it. Oh, that sucks for Kev. That is a rough
Rat
round.
almost brings that one back. I mean, they were down a man, they got the bomb down, and even with an extra man, you see how hard it is to retake.
Diffused.
Yep, absolutely. And Kev with the 3K there, just can't get the last kill from Doug. Doug really smart, seeing the time, running him down, not giving him time to relocate or move. And let's see. Dirty just running up mid, goes for the reload glitch. Unfortunately, gets a little squirrely and goes down.
And just like
One
that,
sh-
hold the phone because Rat's up 2 men.
Yep. And that's such a hard peek from one shot. The second you peek out of that door, there's too many angles. Doug takes some damage. Just misses the flick. In the meantime, Milo goes down, so it's all down to Dougie. They know where he is. Kev gotta be annoyed. He tagged Doug about 7 times.
I know. Doug felt like a cat there.
Yeah.
9 lives.
Absolutely. But yeah, Kev definitely, he says in chat, the Panther M1, it blows my mind that a human being can't click in rhythm or click fast. He's literally shooting a car 98. Dirty wins
with
that
another
scope
entry.
battle. Yep, he finally wins it. 67 on that nade. Which is fine, because all Kooks needs to do is keep them over here. Oh no, the timing. Oh good, he catches Dougie. But unfortunately for him, he lost his whole team.
Yeah, now he's in a 1v2 despite kind of doing his job there.
Yep.
Dirty making such a difference. Even on the scope, it doesn't matter. Give him whatever weapon. It's a 3K, it's a 4K. It doesn't matter. Dirty, man, looking like the man of the match up to this point.
Absolutely. And now they're in good position. You got Dirty set up on A. One shot has the range, so he's gone himself into the ruins. And this is going to have to be the safe plant spot from Koos.
Explosives planted!
He gets caught trying to relocate. Smart play. They turtle up on their bomb sites. They got to good positions. And that's what you expect out of Bricked. And they get their 10th round.
The positioning just too good there. And, you know, if you're Rats, the positives that you take out of this so far is, you know, you're getting the bomb down. You also have a round one, you know, even though it wasn't one where you planted, the other two that you lost, you actually got bombed down. You just need to hold it a little bit better.
Yep, absolutely. And like I was saying earlier, that this Dirty on this A, he's really that anchor, that linchpin. It's so important. Ooh, nice shot. He takes down Miller again. Philo just misses the shot, but sees him on the cross. Ooh, Dirty got absolutely deleted by Superman with M1 Grand. Oh, Philo getting backdoored by Kev. They were not ready for that. Something else they were not ready for was the shotgun to be in Cafe. Look. And now one shot just sort of lost in the sauce. And honestly, I think this is a, if he doesn't see immediately, so you might save this. Bolt in the shotgun is it's like gold to us. Having that second gun with some range, especially on a map like this, where you can find yourself in some really, really disadvantageous positions when you peek. I think he just stays up and tries to hold this. Yep, that is what he is doing. Not enough people save. I think it's really underutilized in the community.
No, I totally agree, and funny enough, this is probably the map to save on. There's so much that you can do with this bolt shoddy combo. This might actually be the best map to do this on.
Yep.
Let's see if he can do it. Let's see if he can hold it.
Oh,
No.
he just can't. Everest with another really good angle.
And again, right? If you're Rats, like all these rounds are looking solid from the start. So if you're Rats, you don't have to switch anything up. Just keep on doing what you're doing.
Yep. Oh, Dirty again on Everest. And that's the thing. Rats are winning these rounds 4v5 because Everest is losing the fight to Dirty almost every round.
Yeah, no, Dirty making the difference right now. Again.
Oh, Kev saw him, didn't realize it was him, looked back and was like, wait, that's a guy. And unfortunately can't kill him, and it costs his teammate his life. Two on five. I expect Doug to get a little squirrely there, and he does, and takes out Kev. Miller gets to the bomb site. He didn't see that nade. Nope, he knew the nade was short. Their position gets across, but unfortunately there's too many angles for them to peek. There's one. Gets a tag on the second, but too many.
I was gonna say, is there a chance? I mean, it was looking like there was, and thanks to everybody with us tonight, over 40 people. If you just joined us, I know Scrim's ending in around this time. Dirty had an emergency, but he is back with us. Rats won the first map, breakout 13-7. Bricked was down 11-1 on Burgundy. in the first half. Dirty comes back for the second half. They win it in overtime, 16-4, and now here we are on Train.
Yep. Nice nade out of Miller. And I do like the finally changing it up a bit. Everest not just throwing his life away at Dirty's hands. Yep, see, one shot, that's the difference. With a bolt there, you can actually hold that angle. And he baits him in. Very, very smart play. Now it's all down to Everest. After a really strong B-hold, and he goes down.
Win.
Yep, it's going to be 6 match points here. For Bricked, unfortunately, we saw Rats squander 6 match points last map on Berg, and here we are.
Yeah, I don't see that coming the other way, but let's see what Rats have. A little bit of aggression out of Kev, but he had to dodge a nade. Oh, one shot with a vert nade. Finally, Everett's getting the best of Dirty German, but Koops can't get the best of one shot. Doug gets aggro. And when Doug's playing confident like that, he is very hard to stop. And again, just down to Everest. He knew one shot was flaking. That was a nice little no scope, but misses the easy scoped in shot. And that is all she wrote. 13-6 for Brick. Dirty dropping 19. Great to see that. Kev top fragging with 16. Good to see him bounce back and have a good map. But that'll be it for us tonight. So it was a 13-6 on Breakout in favor of Rats, which is probably a confusing screenshot. But when you see it, you'll see Dirty had to leave about 10 or 11 rounds in. So that's why that went that way. Dirty did not return until the 12th round of Burgundy, or the 11th round, just before half. So they ended that half 11-1. Bricked was actually able to come back on that offensive side, tie it up, went to overtime, and then won out in overtime, and then just really got rolling there. So that is
Jeremy, let me ask you, because this match had a little bit of everything. It had some drama. It had a quote unquote decider map, even though these all kind of count as 1 point each. If you're Rats, right, coming into this, right, obviously you'll probably take the one any day of the week. But do you also kind of feel like it's a loss seeing how Burgundy went?
Yeah, you have to. But I mean, when you go into it, you had to think that you probably didn't expect to win this one. You wanted to just play well. And I think there was certainly rounds they did. I think there's a lot of work they need to do. But I don't think it's a catastrophe. I think there'll be some frustration about the Burgundy map specifically. But at the end of the day, they took a map off Bricks, and you really just got to run with that. That is an extra point that they will not expect to have throughout the season.
Yeah, right. I think ultimately that's what it comes down to, right? You don't want to harp too much on what could have been, even though it might be easy to in this scenario. And then I guess on the other side of the coin, if you're Bricked, like, you got to be ecstatic about a 2-1, even though it seems silly. Yep, absolutely. And the crazy thing is, you look at Bricked playing 4v5 and still nobody dropped a Panther. So you love to see that. Yeah, it was pretty. Or it was ugly. It wasn't pretty at most times, but they got it done. It was a fun match. And that rounds out week 3. Coming up, we have, what do we got? We got some interesting matchups, right? Week 4, Awakening Bricked on Wednesday. Janitors Up on Thursday. GGG Strokers on Thursday. Yeah, those will be some fun ones, right? Yeah, I mean, looking at that awakening bricked. I mean, that's going to be one of the matches of the week. Eventually, could be looked at as one of the matches of the season, especially for our group, Group B over there. But yeah, I mean, that's a heavyweight matchup. Awakening has looked good. Bricked, you know. Two-time land winners, but if you're talking about them online, how much do they really care? You know, they're going to be switching players in and out. It'll be interesting to see. That one could actually go either way.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, it it'll be fun. It'll be our first time seeing Awakening this season. The tough part this year's been just all the matches. Basically, everybody plays Wednesday, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
makes it hard to cover everything, but we've been doing our best. That'll be fun. I'm actually excited to see Janitors Up. I want to see what Up can do with their full lineup. I know Trump's been traveling. Um, so they've had Nova sometimes. So I'd like to see what Up has in their bag because they're a team that made a big change. Same with Awakening. Um, so it'll be interesting to see what they have and where they sort of find themselves after the changes they've made.
I totally agree. Upcoming into that Group A as probably the 3 seed. You know, you could argue 3 or 4 depending on how you see it. And then they have that match against Modern, where Modern takes 2 maps off of them, and suddenly Group A is also a little bit in the weeds.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is going to be a fun season. We got teams like Goons that maybe had a disappointing land and came back. We have some new teams, a lot of new teams around that new player. Teams like ITM, the 55 different GGG rosters. The South Americans from Moo are back. We got Modern. Obviously, my team is new. Obviously, not new players, but a new team as a whole. So it'll be fun to see, and a lot of established teams making changes. And really, the only 2 teams that did make a change are the 2 top teams, and so everybody's got to play catch up and get there.
Yeah, exactly. And um, I know we mentioned up versus Modern earlier.
Hmm.
Modern also took a map off Janitors, right? So that
Yep.
that Janitors up just become it just. I love how everything's becoming a little bit jumbled because
Yep.
it really gives everybody everything to play for,
Yep.
which it's almost like it's like you start calling rigged because it's like this is the way as a viewer like you would love to see it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Everything to
Exactly.
play for.
Absolutely love that. So that's it from us. There might be what GGG2 Nef on Sunday. We may be covering that, we may not. We'll see. And then yeah, like we said, next week the big ones are Wednesday. I'll be around, should be around Thursday to do that. I don't know what my personal schedule will be, what our scrim schedule will be next week. I do know we're taking it a little bit lighter, so I may be around to cast some of those. Hopefully, Telly and Mike can join me for some of those next week. But that is all for me. Telly, thank you for having me or being here with me. Uh, Always love to cast with you, and that was a fun one. That's enough from us.
Thank you, Jeremy. It's been great. Everybody, thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys soon.